And we do come together in the name of love today. We are so grateful for each one of you who are here in our community, both here and online. And we acknowledge the one presence and one power active in our lives, in our ministry, and the world today. Unity's first principle, that is God, the good, omnipotent. And Reverend Carla is on vacation. She's in Florida. She made it. Yay. And she's visiting her mother. And so we're here today. I'm Lisa Lawson. I'm one of Unity Spirituals Community's licensed Unity teachers. And we have our guest speaker, Reverend James Buffalo Moreno, this morning. And we call him Jimmy. It's just... that's how I know him. So we thank you for joining us today, Jimmy. Jimmy's a longtime friend. He used to be at Unity of Stockton, and also he was the spiritual leader at Unity in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Is that correct? Right, and now he's back here, so we're grateful that you can be here with his girlfriend, Maisie, today. So now, let us go ahead and sing another song. This is God is My Source. Let's rise. Go ahead and stand up, please. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy, joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace, peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Love, love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. God, God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Thank you. You may be seated. Sorry, some texting? A tech thing? Okay. Oh, look at that. We got another PowerPoint up. Imagine that. Okay, I'm just going to be right back. Oh, we got it. That's okay. Let's get out of this. Yeah, it does that, doesn't it? How do we get out of this? I don't know. There. Close that one. There we go. Go back to the current slide. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, so next we would like to invite our licensed Unity teacher up to the platform to read our daily word. This is Sylvia Wheeler.
Thank you, Lisa. Okay. Today is Sunday, May 7th, 2023, and the word for today is free. Based on the scripture, I am one with the freeing, guiding force of God. When I think of freedom, I imagine a bird in flight, soaring above the earth. As the bird glides, it seems effortlessly to move through the air. Then it flaps its wings, moving upward and forward against the force of gravity. Likewise, I open my mind and heart and feel the freeing force of God within. This force is powerful and peaceful, and I give myself over to it. As I do, I overcome stifling feelings of stress or doubt. I trust in God. I move forward and upward and with renewed purpose and confidence. Just as a bird overcomes gravity to fly with purpose, I overcome the challenges and circumstances of my life to find my purpose and live from my divine nature. I am free. And based on the scripture from Hebrews chapter 13, verse 6, so we can say with confidence, quote, "The Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can anyone do to me?" Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. All right, and then what else can we do but sing our oldie but goodie, I am free, I am unlimited. So let us stand and sing this together. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now. You are, oh, okay, let's do you are. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited right now, right now. We are free, come on in, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited right now, right now. Welcome. And you may be seated. At this time, we move into the time when we draw our attention to the prayer box in the lobby, where we have left our prayer requests and where we invite you to leave your personal prayer requests. Our prayer chaplains take those and pray over them, and then send the names to Silent Unity, where they are prayed over for 30 days. I'm very excited to let you know that we are having a prayer chaplain training this weekend, and spending the entire weekend practicing praying with each other and learning more about prayer, getting to know each other and reviving the team. And it's just we're having a wonderful time. So we will very soon have after service prayer chaplains who will be available in this corner to pray with you with your personal prayer requests. You can approach me or Stevie or Sylvia at any time with your prayer requests. We'd be happy to pray with you. Also, Silent Unity is available by phone, prayer associates, and there's a wonderful app called You Pray. So I invite you to use that. So we carry those requests in the prayer box and in your hearts into our heart space today as we center and deepen into that place of all is well. Seeing the freedom that comes from the Christ presence within each and every person that we may have concern for. And each situation that may be weighing heavy on our hearts. We see those lightened today. So we imagine them like the eagle flying free into that perfection and wholeness that is our divinity. We just imagine that now, releasing those prayer requests into the divine perfection and supply that is ours, given freely by the universe. And so it is. Amen. And now I invite you to prepare with me for a time of meditation. Oh, Spirit, guide me deep inside me. Take me to my heart place, the place of ease and grace. Breathe in this moment, this sacred moment. I am peace. I am renewed.
Let us take a moment for ourselves. I know I'm in a room full of people who think of others and take time for others. So let's take this moment for ourselves. Picture yourself now as an adult. Picture yourself as a child. Take the time to say the things that that child needed to hear to that child right now. There are upsets and turmoils that come to us as a child, some of them small and some of them great. And as a child, we meet them with tears. We meet them with frustration. But we are here for you now. We are here for you, to comfort you, to be a part of you, to remember the places and the things that we dreamed of. We're here to support you in those dreams. We are here to be a part of your growth. For you are still a part of us. Whatever upsets that you have, we are here. We are here to hear you, to understand the things that you couldn't communicate as a child. We understand them now. Give yourself a moment to love yourself as a child. The God of your understanding has been with you all of your life, to carry you and comfort you through the good and through the hard times. And we bless ourselves knowing all the triumphs that we've had Every time we fell down, we have stood back up. We have strength. We have power. And the Christ is within us to pick ourselves up time and time again. For this we are grateful. And so it is.
In my eyes, in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, in my life, I have been searching for something, but you were my dream. You're perfect, you're golden, your light, your love. You're perfect, you're golden, you're my light, my love. When I breathe, when I swallow, caress, I feel. When I listen, I hear the most beautiful music out of nowhere. You're perfect, you're golden, your light, your love. You're perfect, you're golden, you're my light, my love. Light-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. When I'm sad and dark, shallow and in doubt, when I'm trying my best to put one foot in front of another. Oh, you're perfect, you're golden, you're the light of my life, you're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect, so I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing that I'm perfect, I'm golden, you're the light of my life, you're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect, so I keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection in you as me. Oh, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Sing with me. Lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee, lee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. You're perfect, golden light, my love, your perfect golden light, my love, your perfect golden light, my love.
Good morning. It's a blessing to be here to do what I knew I was going to do when at the funeral of my father, 8 years old, when the priest was talking like he knew us. And he was given, his words were used to comfort us. I knew right then that my voice and my connection to myself, my connection to the God of my understanding, that I would use my voice in the same way someday. Have you noticed a lot of anger and frustration around recently? You know, I was thinking that maybe it was just me, but, you know, I just see a lot of anger and frustration just come towards myself and others right now. And, you know, in that thought that maybe it was just me, I went to a breakfast with my daughter, and one of her friends is a very successful realtor. And she said, you know, things have changed. I used to have 1 out of 10 clients that was super angry and frustrated and just like took things out on me. But now 9 out of 10 customers are angry and frustrated and take things out of me. And now I have that one really nice client out of 10. And you know, we just went through a very traumatic time with pandemic, and you know, things happened that we didn't expect. It was out of the picture for us. Even when I realized that there was a pandemic in 1918, like I'd never heard anybody talk about that. My grandmother was alive in 1900. My grandfather was alive in 1896. And so they never talked about it. I never heard anything about it. But when it dawned on me that much of the brilliant things of the truth movement came after that time, it made a lot of sense. That a lot of people were soul searching and went within at that time, and a lot of great things came forward. You know, each time I speak, I expect that there's going to be a healing somewhere, somehow. Whether it's a physical healing, mental healing, spiritual healing, something, somewhere. Whether you're in the room with me, you're watching online, or you read a transcript or something years from now from this talk, I believe that there's going to be a healing. So let's start today's treatment with some breath work. I'd like you to take a deep breath and bring it into the pit of your stomach. Just bring love into that place with each breath. Now take more deep breaths and bring that into your heart space. And just bring love into that space. Now, take some more deep breaths and bring it into the center of your forehead. Bring that love right into your mind. These are the places of knowing within us. Have you ever heard somebody say, I knew it in my pinky? No. I knew it in my knee. No. I knew it in my foot. Never hear that. I knew it in my eyelids. No. But you do hear people say, I knew it in my gut. I knew it in my heart. I knew it in my mind. And that's why I have us concentrate on that this morning. Denial, affirmation, and manifestation, the subject of our talk today. When the sure things in life become unclear and the things that you put so much effort into no longer gleam bright, you have arrived to a place where denial and affirmation will lift you to welcome the gifts of your soul. That's what I believe happened after the last pandemic. A lot of our truth leaders were lifted to the gifts of their soul, and they shared many, many great things that still are part of us today, because as unity people, we still get to hear these brilliant things. You know, as unity people, we've all heard the story of Myrtle and her realization after hearing somebody else speak that she was a child of God, therefore she did not inherit sickness. You know, I wasn't going to say that today because it's said so often, but last night at 2 a.m., I saw Myrtle in a dream, and she just nodded at me, and I got up and I wrote down Myrtle and Charles. And I decided to really talk about that and be a part of that. You know, Myrtle, some of the things that were ailing her, you know, she was at one point thought of as an invalid. Like she couldn't take care of herself at certain points in her life, in her young life. So Myrtle's healing came quickly in for some of her conditions, but it came much more slow for others. But she sat there and talked to each cell in her body until she was no longer considered unable to take care of herself. Charles as well, you know, Charles had a leg that was withered and not working correctly, had braces and a cane, and he worked for countless hours, according to people that were around him, countless hours in prayer to make that limb workable. And he was able to get rid of the braces and the cane through denial and affirmation. Affirmation is a place when we broaden our understanding through our spiritual nature and we're lifted from one consciousness to another consciousness. It is the mind's yes to that which is greater than our previous mindset. Have you ever been in an argument in a car? Hopefully none of you have. But have you ever been in an argument in a car? It's really uncomfortable, right? Because you're not going to jump out on the speeding on the highway, right? Although you might feel like it, but you're not going to. And, you know, it's really uncomfortable when those best zingers come, right? Like these well thought out things that you're going to say to this person, and they're bringing you back these things that they've thought out and they're going to say to you, you know. And then sometimes you find yourself going through this, you know, you're delivering your best stuff, right? All the things that you wanted to say, all the things that needed to come out, you're delivering the best stuff, right? But because you're alone in the car, you don't realize the light has turned green. And somebody honks behind you, and you take this best argument that you just had with somebody that's not there, right? It is a part of our reality, and you're laughing because you know that's true.
Been there.
We all have, I think. You know, manifestation is the materialization, when unified with divine mind, the coming forth into visibility with that which has been affirmed, the appearance of an idea, right? You know, Reverend Paul Hasselbeck says it best for me, just breaks it down. What divine mind is. What is that that's part of the divine? When he explains that through a table. Now, the divine idea is table. That's a part of the God of our understanding. Table is God's. But we're here on earth, and we are a part of that. So we can make a wooden table, we can make a glass table, we can make table out of stone, we can make table out of, we can make a circle, we can make a rectangle, we can make any kind of table that we want. And that's a part of us. That's a part of the Christ mind that's within us, our ability to move things forward into this world. But table is divine. The concept of table belongs to God. I think that breaks it down in a pretty simple way. And I love that examination that Reverend Hasselbeck has come up with. I don't know, maybe he learned it from somebody else, but I learned it from him. You see people work on things in this world, and you see great accomplishments, right? There are those that work for what they want, right? Say, for example, training for a race, training through the pain of preparing yourself. Yet those people, even if they win the race, can remain unfulfilled and unhappy after even winning. It's an interesting thing. There are also those that work for what they want. Those who work and celebrate wildly just because they finished the race. They have a different understanding. They're doing it for maybe a different purpose. But they could be way out of contention to win and just so happy that they were a part of it and able to work through it. Then we have a category of where there's results versus feeding your soul. And a good example of that I can share with you is Confucius. Confucius, the great philosopher of China, who worked very hard to come up with a plan to quit the wars between all of the villages that surrounded him. He thought, if we could come to something that we could all adhere to and bring our own thing to it, then at least there'd be this one grain that would be an influence that we could see that we're not so different and so separate. Right? And he went to the leader of each village, one after another, tirelessly, again and again, going to different leaders. And some of them would like it. Some of them would like parts of it. But they all denied that they would agree to do it together. Confucius laid on his deathbed feeling a failure. But he did live his passion, and he did take it forward and deliver it. What he didn't know is that the people that were his students and scribes were someday going to be the leaders. And they teach the teachings of Confucius to every child in school in China today. So he did something that was beyond what he was going to receive. But he put the passion of his soul out there. And I believe that's why it still exists today. Realizing that which is rooted in one's soul, a reflection of that which is in us, that which is rightfully ours to be and do. Those are my words. There's a racing school on this planet for car racing where the instructor sits next to them and doesn't have a steering wheel to help guide the student. But when they lose control, they grab the helmet of the driver and they position it to where they want the driver to go. They focus on where they want to be to get out of that condition of chaos and recklessness. To once again be able to be in control. And I feel like the frustration and the uncertainty is that feeling of being out of control. Affirmation and denial is grabbing the helmet and putting your focus on something. Could you be a person so rooted in the purpose of your soul that when it makes me happy to think of that. Interesting. I'm having an observation of myself right now. Could you be a person so rooted in the purpose of your soul that when faced with anger, uncertainty, anxiousness, that you will empty your perceptions and move past the roadblocks to positive thoughts and loving actions? You know, when you think about people that are working so hard on so many things and they're so frustrated in life, you would hope that somewhere they're getting some joy, that there would be something within what they're doing, that even if they're not getting the results they want, it's still what they want to do anyway. Like I would do what I'm doing right now every single day if I could. For as many people, for one person or for 100,000 people, I would do what I'm doing right now. So, let's get to the spiritual work. How do you grab your own helmet and focus yourself? Denial, affirmation creates that manifestation. So, I spoke about the stomach and the heart and the mind. That is my contribution to the truth movement. This is something that I'm going to speak about many times. And I'm going to bring this message to many people. In the stomach, what do we say about the stomach? I knew it in my gut. It's one of those things you just know what you know, what you know. It's there. That is a place that I believe purpose lies. Not in your plans, in your mind. Not in your heart, which most teachers will teach you. To go with what your heart desires. I don't believe that to be true. It's in your gut. You know what you know. I knew in my gut when I was 8 years old that this is what I wanted to do. I did many other things. It's quicker for me to tell you what jobs I haven't had than what jobs I have had. I'm on a 5-life path. I'm supposed to realize and experience many things. And I've done that. But this is what I know. It was in my gut. It's a place from which the soul communicates, the place to start. The plan of the soul is in the gut. And you know what you need, you know what you want. You don't have to plan that. You are here for that. There's a story of this woman who was wanted to be a ballerina. She's in her 50s, living in New York. Not too many ballerina companies looking for 50-year-old women to join their group. But she had a dance school because she loved it so much. I mean, just imagine her apartment has ballerina things around it. She listens to the ballet on her stereo as she's cleaning her house. Everything about her is about the ballet. She has a dance school that's the closest that she could get at this point in her perception. But something happens where her perception is cleared away. Her perception is cleared away when she realizes that her students are being brought by people who used to dance. So she creates a dance troupe to do a ballet with the parents of her students. And now she is a ballerina. This work will clear away the appearances of anything in your life. Being an invalid, having a leg that doesn't work. It will clear away all the perceptions and will lead you to that place where you can live in your soul's purpose. The heart. What do we say? We know it in our heart. The heart's desire. My heart was set on it, right? The heart really is a storage place. It's a place where desired outcome is stuck sometimes. But what it truly is the place of personal experience. It's a place where we can grow from our life experiences. We can take each little thing that has been a stone or a thorn in the ground to a place where we take it, we look at it, we understand it, and now it no longer has to be there. And as we grab each one of these things, we clear that ground away so that we can grow and flourish in our lives. So when somebody's frustration comes to, just like that priest who knew us as we were going through our dilemma of losing our father, it was like he knew us. But now I realize as an adult, he knew himself. And that's how he could share so precisely and bring us such comfort. This is one of my stones and thorns in my heart. My story has changed about that day. There was a time when I would tell you that was the end of my childhood. And now I can tell you countless ways that it has extended my childhood. There was a blessing because my father passed away. And I found them. And they're with me. So now when I see you in your hard time, or when you come towards me with your anger and frustration, it doesn't have to belong to me. I can see that there's fear. I can see the anxiety. I don't have to treat it the way I used to, like I would treat it when I was a younger man. Now I have an understanding of myself, so now I have an understanding of you. The head knowing it in my mind. The head is a place of consciousness and subconsciousness. There's a reason for that. The God of my understanding brought that to me for some reason. Why could I ever dream that I'm flying or walking on the ceiling or things that don't make sense at all? Why wouldn't everything have to make sense if there wasn't a purpose for that subconsciousness? Why wouldn't everything in my dream only be the things that I knew that I could really do in life? There's a purpose for that. This is a place not for planning what we're going to do and be. Our gut tells us that. It's our place for allowing it to all be free, to bring information and guidance, just like Myrtle coming to me in that dream last night. And all she did was give me a nod, and it changed my talk today. It's not the place to plan. You know who you are. You know what you want. You know where you need to go. It's the place to let it free, drop it all off, and let your perceptions fall away so that the things that are around you, they can touch you and they can bring you into your life. They can make things that you believe are not achievable a reality. So I'm going to just give you this little piece of information. And this is where I believe that I would please Charles today. Okay? I want to please Charles Fillmore right now. You know, in science, we understand now that we have approximately 86 billion neurons in the brain. Now there's an understanding that we have approximately 40,000 neurons in our heart. Science has found that we have approximately 500 million neurons in our gut. What a surprise. We've been saying that for centuries. I knew it in my gut. I knew it in my heart. So I want to share Charles' words. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. Which is a pretty remarkable statement, made more remarkable that Charles Fillmore stated that at the age of 94. Go out there. Be you. It's important. We need you to be you, to be the product of your soul. And so it is.
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take. Bless the progress that you make, the reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go, and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes the deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes and take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here with us, Jimmy, today. It's always just such a treat. Yeah. All right, and thank you all for your support of Unity Spiritual Community with your offerings of your time and your talent and your treasure. At this time, we ask our ushers to come forward, knowing that God is my source and nourishes me in every good and perfect way. Let us say that together. God is my source and nourishes me in every good and perfect way. And you may make your gift online at unitycitrusheights.org, here in person at the Sylvans Community Center, or by mail at P.O. Box 2176. There's also a donate button that in our newsletter every week when it comes out, so you can conveniently use that. And so now we would like to sing a song just in gratitude and thanksgiving. Give a little love, I give a little light, it comes back round and I feel alright. Oh, life is good. Isn't it good? Oh, life is good. Yeah, let's just breathe into that. I give a little love, give a little light, it comes back round and I feel alright. Oh, life is good. Ah, life is good. I give a little love, give a little light, it comes back around and I feel alright. Ah, life is good. Ah, life is good. Thank you so much. And we'd like to do Unity's prosperity prayer to bless our love offerings, which are already departed the sanctuary. Our ushers are so efficient. But let us go ahead and bless them anyway. Together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you, God. All right, we just have a few announcements today. First of all, this week, this Tuesday, is going to be our last 5 Principles class on Zoom. It was originally going to be a 6-week class, but with the structure of the book and the chapters, we decided to make this be our last week. You're welcome to join us, drop in if you'd like to do that. We're going to be talking about the 5th principle this week, which is action, putting our principles into action. Next week, we'll be talking about divine motherhood. That's the divine spirit, feminine spirit of God, which is within each one of us. And my family's going to join me for music, so that's going to be a real treat because they're usually off at different churches, serving in different ways. Unfortunately, Cameron can't be with us. He couldn't get a sub for his job at a different church, so please join me for that. And then on the 21st of May, we'll also be here at Sylvan Center, and we're going to have a series of talks on metaphysical interpretations of fairy tales that Carla has written, and she's done them in the past for us, and let me tell you, they are wonderful. I think the first one she's doing is on Bluebeard's Castle, and I'll be doing one, still have to decide which one that is, but I'm really excited. The next announcement that I have to make is we're very sorry. We extend our condolences to the family of Donna Awater, who is one of our beloved members of this church. Donna and Dick have been members longer than me, longer than Carla, for a very, very long time, and just have meant the world to us. We haven't seen them here since COVID. They've been staying at home, but Carla and I have visited them several times in the last few months, and Donna passed away on last Sunday. So we do have a card for her I believe it's on the table in the lobby. So please do sign that. Even if you didn't know them, you could still sign it for wishing them well. Dick and then their daughters, Terry and Karen. So we'll be letting you know as we find out if there's going to be a celebration of life, and we certainly know that there will be one way or another. So we do have a volunteer sign-up sheet in the lobby. We know many of you have regular weeks in which you serve, but sometimes people are gone. So we invite you to look at that list and see if there's some way that you'd like to help, because we're all community. We do this together. So thank you all for your generosity. We'd like to have a time of stay and chat. You can talk to Jimmy and about what he's talked about and just catch up with each other. We'll have coffee and treats, and so yes. And I think that's it for the announcements. So would you please rise and join me in singing our closing song, which is Let There Be Peace on Earth. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyful vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And we know that the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is, and all is well.